Well, hello and welcome back to Satisfactory. Hope you are doing well. Let's get to it. This is going to be quite a busy episode. We have to do a lot of copper production work. So over here by the quick wire, we just got a straight little simple platform to just come and load everything up via train. So the building is fully closed off. Everything is in place here. So I don't think we'll be heading over this side to change anything really soon. So we got 24,000 in there as well as in the train station. Okay, so since this part is good, let me just get my zipline out again. Just had to go and face some hawks while I was trying to get some quartz. I really need to find the proper node for it. That is just going to be way better than trying to just find the little ores laying on the ground here. Let's head on back. So we have our train station for unloading at the hub this side. That is going to be quick wire at 360 a minute. Plastic is 200 a minute and rubber is at 120. This little section is a 10 in length and 6 in width, but we'll get to this building just a little bit later on. As soon as we start getting the copper production up and running, because we need to get that there. Little doggo, buddy. How the heck did you end up this side? This is the second doggo that I found. Thank you for the roaches, but I don't understand how you got up here. Cheeky little bugger. Hopefully he's going to be fine there. I know the other one is inside the iron production, just hanging around there by the screws. Let's just get this unlocked and then select the last one for tier 6. Now this guy is not clipping through. Definitely can lift off with no problems. We can still extend the building up quite a bit. And just get everything working well together. But for the moment, let's head into copper production and head all the way to the back. Because we need 8 more smelters. That is going to give us 360 ingots a minute. Overclock wire production to 270 a minute. 255 is what I need for the production. Going to be 2 more machines doing cable at 120 then in total. And yeah, copper sheet should be at 60 per minute. Let's come and upgrade the miners to Mark 2 here. Just get it filled up again, and then we do require 1 power shard in order to get it up to 180 each, and that's going to give us our 360 ore a minute that we do need. Then just select 1 and just get rid of this. I do want to see, do I have anything extra that I might not need, just to clear up some space in my inventory. And I need to get rid of the hawk remains. Okay, not too bad though. So let's see, if we upgrade the belt to a Mark 3, this should be more than well enough. Come on, just get it. It's quite tricky to try and get it from the distance though. And then also we need to get Mark 3 lifts down. Just get that one in place there. I just want these barrel nuts. They are quite handy in making the inhalers, the medical ones. So let's just change this door to fit in with the rest of the factory. I'll still go around and change the majority of the doors. But over to smelters. I'm just going to be adding it straight in between the rest of the machines. I don't think there's any reason to overcomplicate it. And we do have the space in between, so lucky enough I never closed this section off. My poor little tractors. Definitely need to record a new path for them. I do see there's a little space here that I can go up this hill and then go down and around there. So I'll definitely take a look at getting that done. But that will be just a little bit later on. Is this going to be directly in line now? I think so. Should be fine over there. And I just want to get all of the wire connections down. Probably the most important part. Though some of them are a little bit further away than the other machines, and I think that one's a little bit too deep. Yeah, it should be just on the outside. Okay, now we need to get rid of this other power pole over there. I do want to have a completely clean new wire section over this side here. Let's just get this one down first. Okay, there we go. If the pipe or the pole will snap into the place where I want it to, just connect up the machine and not add another section, we'll be well off to the races. Just have to go and select the recipes, get everything split into one another. So one of those miners doing 180 a minute is going to be feeding into 6 machines each. And that should balance out perfectly without having any issues with it. Well, what am I doing? I'm just looking for my normal splitter. Okay, so that should be 6 machines. Now we just need to add the lift in here. Oh boy, it's getting quite dark now. But nonetheless, we'll get it done. Just the basic principle of using the manifold system for now. It is the production at the hub, so I'm really not too bothered with it. And we will be adding much larger factories for much more important productions. I'm still going to leave this belt like this. I do know it's a little bit offset, but I'll come and fix it later. Just really want to get this production up and running, because this is going to be quite important, especially for the top section that we have to do, because we'll be adding the circuit boards, high-speed connectors, as well as computers. I just couldn't fit it there in the to-do list, so unfortunately that is just something that is the way it is. All of it's connected to power. We got everything connected at the back there. So what we can do is just copy and paste all of the settings for the new smelters that we got over here. And that should be perfect. Okay, now for the next section, connecting everything up. In order to have the 60 copper sheets a minute, we need to add 4 of the smelters feeding directly into the 6 constructors doing that. So let's use a merger. Just see, can we find one that's directly across one of these machines? There we go. Okay, so that's going to be a total of 3, and then this one is going to be feeding in this side as well. Okay, good, not too bad. Then I think we can just go with the Mark II inside this section, but first let's get a splitter down. We'll add the next line over towards the right there. Should be over this way. For the moment, I just want to get everything connected. So that's going to be a Mark II belt feeding into our copper sheet. So it does take 20 a minute, and for 6 machines it's going to be 120. Okay, so over this way. Let's see. We do have one directly across, but I think I'm just going to use a much faster belt in order to get this little section done. And then now we need a bunch of mergers. Should be facing towards that direction, then away from us. Then I'm just going to add a Mark III belt. That should be more than quick enough to load up all of these machines here doing the wire production. We just have to go and overclock it. Come on, autosave. Gets quite laggy sometimes when that happens, but I think it's just because of the size of this hub area. It has been growing quite a bit, but I do have to say I really enjoy running around here. It just looks good. Might not be for everyone, but I really enjoy this area. Okay, good. So we got everything else placed down. Let's just jump on top here. I just want to come and grab a quick look if we can run quick enough. This is going to be the crazy part now. I definitely need to get rid of this. Then let's add 1 power shot. This is going to ramp up the production to 22.5 copper ingots, and then giving us 45 a minute. So that's 22.5 for the 6 machines. It's 135. So definitely not too bad. Then it was 45 for the 6 machines, producing 270. So not too bad. Let's see if we can just get all of them overclocked here. And hopefully not have anything in my inventory. Fortunately, we did grab all of the ingots here. Just get rid of it. Oh my goodness, look at all this wire. Okay, not too bad. I can just add it into the container because this is just way too much. Just add it all in there. So we got one stack, right? Let me just grab another one. That should be fine. Just want to do something real quick because this is also taking up quite a bit of space here. Just change this and then I can go and add it to my little storage box over this side. I think we might even be able to just go and produce the computers we need in order to get this upgraded. I can remove this, throw that in there. Looking good. So where's my fused modular frames? Just look at that. These doggos are amazing. Giving me quite a few decent things over there. So then 8 more smelters are definitely in place. Overclock the wire production to 255. Up next is going to be copper sheets at 60 a minute. And then the cable at 120. I think I should actually place down the cable machines first. Might be just a better idea to do that. Because depending on where this production line is going to run from, it's going to depend on where this machine is going to be. So just to finish up with our wire, I'm thinking I should merge this, but I want to add a splitter somewhere. You know what, let's add a smart splitter on the very last section here. So towards the right hand side is going to be any unidentified. Towards the middle is going to be the overflow section. The reason why I'm doing that is as soon as all of this has been filled up, since we're producing a bunch more than what we need, then that will allow me to just save up a bit more. Something that I really do need. I think I should break this one down as well, just for in case. Because we do need to make sure that the merger is facing in the correct direction now. Come on, snap in place there for me, please, buddy. And then just need to add this section. Okay, so that should be fine. Let me just get my light off for a moment. I want to get my cable production up and running. I know I'm doing the wrong order in the list here. Come on, don't be like this. Snap in the correct way, please. Could be just some splitters. You know what, I think we should do exactly the same thing over here. Add a smart splitter. No, you know what, I'm not going to do that. We do have a splitter over this side, because that's feeding indirectly over there. So what we can do though is just add a smart splitter over this section. Can't we do this? Apparently not. Oh, because it's a merger. Alright, no problem. No problem at all. We'll get it sorted out in just a moment. Let's head over this side. Just get the machines connected. Okay, that one is, this one is connected, and this just needs to connect over this way, right? Then we need a Mark III belt feeding into cable production. This one has to be changed around. Okay, so with you facing in this direction, we should be good to go now. This belt not a Mark III? No, it wasn't. Alright, there we go. Now it should be running smooth. This looks so much neater. absolutely nothing in the way, giving us a lot of space to move around and not have any issues at all. Just go over to another merger. So the interesting section is just going to be when we have to add a conveyor lift holder at the top. I think it's going to be somewhere around here at the back or in the middle of this factory. Then we need to split the cable out from here, run it along the roof, and just see what we can do. But for the moment, let's just push on here. So this constructor, if I'm correct, needs to be over this way, but I can bring it in a lot closer. See if I can nudge it the distance. I can't do it all that way. Okay, no problem at all. Just get a new one, place it down, and then just add another 3 right next to it. There we go. So the one for the cable production is up and running. Need to get this side done now. Going to be a little bit more tricky with the belt work at the back and at the front, but it shouldn't be any kind of problem. We can get it done really soon. Just have to select the recipes as well. So it does take quite a bit of time doing this, especially if you don't have anything planned out. Much easier to know maybe where you're going to place the machines and know if you're going to have enough space in order to get it done as well. Just get that connected up that side. We should be good. Now just to select the copper sheets though. Oh no, these machines are not as close as the other ones to just print to. Okay, but I think that should be it. Yeah, we've got copper ingots needing to go in, copper sheets going out. Then let's add a lift right over this side with the merger facing in. I think we can do it in this direction and face it towards us. We only need a Mark 1. It's only going to be at 60 per minute in total over here. Then we do need another merger. So since we also need to send this up towards the top there, I think what I might be doing is let's add the exit point right over here with the lift going down. And then we'll be adding a smart splitter over this side. Let's see if this is going to work out or not. So the direction going straight is going to be overflow. And then the one to the left is going to be any unidentified. That should allow everything to be running nice and smooth. So let's just get this little conveyor section straight in there. Okay, perfect. So that should be all of the copper sheets as soon as we get it connected. Just flowing out nice and good. Mark 1 should be fine though. Now this is going to be the tricky section. I need to find a midpoint for where this is going to snap to and look correct, as well as join up with this side again, because this is the tricky part with this. Just bring it back by 1. Looks like it's supposed to be there. Okay, well, we can try this. So save. Okay, there we go. I think that's perfect. Yeah, that should work. That is going to be all of the copper sheets feeding through. Then it should be sent towards the storage until we send it upwards. We've got our cable production running. So then for the overflow from our wire production. Oh no. It's not going to work, is it? I didn't take into account of the belt that I needed to add that side. So I think let's add... Goodness, I don't think I can do it over this side, can I? Because I need to add a merger. If I want my cable to be running perfectly, I need to add a merger there. So then what if I try and add my smart splitters somewhere in here? Come on. Wasn't clipping in just a moment. Come on. Where's my clear little section? There we go. Finally got it. Oh my goodness. So I think I'm just going to use a lift mark 1 in order to bring this out. And that shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Just to connect it into there. We should be good to go then. Everything will line up with the storage boxes, right? No, this has to go one back. Then over this side, we just need to go back one space as well. Looking very, very good. Okay, so this will have to be overflow. Towards the left hand side, overflow. See if anything is loading out. Perfect. Okay, so we can get a total of 60 a minute. And the rest will all be sent into the cable production. So all that's left to do is just to add up the ingots over this side towards this little section of the production. And we're nearly there. Fully reworking the copper production. Getting it sorted once and for all. You know what, let's go with the Mark III in order to just fill everything up here quicker. Then the tricky part, where do I want to get this one done? Just snap it in line, just make sure it's going to be straight. I don't really think I'm going to be running around much in this part of the factory though. So if we can get this one turned correctly, just get it in line with this as well. I think that should be fine. Is it going to be right? I don't know. Doesn't seem to be. Okay, let's try this again. Just make sure that it's in line. I don't know, sometimes it just doesn't seem like it's lining up perfectly. But irregardless, let's just try it out and see what happens. So that's going to be the rest of the ingots flowing out. And I think we just use a Mark II, right? So what, let's downgrade this one to a Mark II then. Alrighty then. So then in order to start up the circuit board and high-speed connector, we need to start placing the copper sheet as well as the plastic within this factory and running into their dedicated machines. So for the moment, I've only got the little connection point over this side. I didn't take a look at where I want this to connect up to. And do I want to use a Mark II? I think I'm going to use a Mark II. Just to speed it up a tiny bit. I don't think that's going to be directly in line. I think it's going to have a slight little bend. Cheeky bugger, it does. Interesting. So the only way I can think of fixing this is let's bring this back a tiny bit, just by 1. Then we can remove that lift there. Just get this one reversed. Upgrade to, let's say, a Mark II, yes, and then just bring out the belt. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. I just want to increase the rate at which the machines at the top. Oh my goodness, that was quite a bit of a lag there with the autosave. I really need to adjust the time to be a little bit longer than what it is. Okay, let's try and see if we can get this one connected directly on top there without having to move the belt. Okay, no, it seems perfect. Okay, everything is still running. Nice and good. So that is going to be copper. It's done. So then over towards this is definitely going to be a Mark III. Going to be the plastic being unloaded as quick as possible. So what's up with this belt? I need to move it somewhere. Come on, give me the snapping point that's correct. Needs to go up by 1. Still needs to go even more forward. Do I want to leave it like this or bring it down some? It all depends on the connection we're going to make over this side. So let's get the wall with the conveyor. Definitely going to be up high there. Yeah, this isn't going to work then. So how does this one need to snap to in order to work? Just a little bit more back. It's not going to be too much of a problem, is it? Just get it snapped in the correct spot here. Come on, load in there. And then you need to go down and be a Mark 3. So that is just going to be slightly above. And what I think, let's do that and just take a look at how everything is going to work out here. So we need to bring you over towards the side. Just keep it along the wall in the same place as the other one. And then it should be over there and just straight in there. Okay, so this one worked out perfect. Definitely no issues with that one there. Let's just get a gate hole placed down. It's just a bit easier to run through. Little buddy is back already. Just need to get the computers. That won't be too long now. So I don't think I'm really going to be using that. Let's go over to the blueprints, get the circuit board production. So then the spot at the back. So this has 2 entry points, so it needs to be flipped around. Let's lock it in place. Come and take a look. We can move it over quite a bit. And then just towards the back here, we're going to need to make sure we leave enough gap here. So I think we can bring it back all the way to over this side, and that should be fine. Now comes the tricky part. We need to get the plastic fed through. But we also need to split out another little section of this. I think let's add it. Oh boy, this was a little bit of a bright green. I'll do the painting on this, don't worry about it. Won't be too much of an issue. And I still haven't fixed the blueprint with the connection over here for the power lines. Also something that I will have to do, and I am definitely going to be adding a power switch to this part of the factory just to turn it off if I need to. It's going to be a bit tricky to get this down. I should have done this before I started placing the conveyor. So I think let's just bring it randomly through here. Just make some connection points for where we're going to be needing it. This one is going to be a bit more tricky. Get it over there. Just get it on the side there as well. Just bring it around. Okay, so that should be all of the connections working over that side as soon as we get it connected up though. So I do want to add another outlet over that side. Connect this one up, and where is my power switch? There we go. Perfect. This is going to help out so much. Guess it doesn't really matter which way it's pointing, does it? Okay, I'm going to have to move this one. Just get you connected over that side. So just one of these are going to have to be connected on the outside here, and I do apologize for any frame drops or anything like that happening. Unfortunately, having a lot of issues here with my PC. Till I can get it resolved, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Interesting. So now where do I connect this one to? So bad having to underclock everything just for it to run. Let's see. What can I do? I need a power connection over this side here. It should be straight in line over there, but that is gonna clip on through. You know what, for a temporary connection that can work. I'll find another section. Let's just test it out. No, it's not correct, because look at that. This thing is entirely powered. And that is with the switch turned off. It's only supposed to be working when the switch is on. Otherwise it should be red. Interesting. I wonder where the problem is. Because it shouldn't be over this side. It comes through connection with the one wire. Let's get this freaking door fixed. There we go. That is gonna be so much better. Not having any weird loading issues there. So this is quite interesting. I'm trying to figure out real quick what's going on here. You know what? Let's just get the production started up. Then I'll figure out what's going on there. Okay, so we need to bring this down just a tiny bit. Keep with the Mark II. And then what we're going to be needing is logistics. Get the stackable conveyor. Just get it nice and directly in line with this machine's entry point. I think that should be good. We just need to keep it straight and feed it into this one over that side. I think we should be good with this. Gonna make a nice decent bend going around and then wrapping into the machines there. That should be perfect. Oh man, things are working out so nice with this. Well, I wonder, should I add just a normal splitter, or do we take a chance and add the smart splitter? You know what, let's go with the normal one for now. I'll take a look if that is going to be clipping through. You know what, let's do it first. If there's any clipping through issues, I'll be removing it, but we're not having anything like that. So I think we should be good to go now. Over this side. Let's get you placed down. Just make sure it's going to be in line with that splitter there as well then. I think it should be, yeah. And then just go up until we find this point that's across from one another. Why is it not showing me the line? Cheeky bugger. Okay, let's try this then. Just feed it straight through and feed it. Oh, this is not directly in line. Thought it was. It was showing me the line there, wasn't it? Okay, let's try this again. It is across from this machine. And it is across from the splitter over there. So what's going on here? You know what, I'm gonna move the splitter. And this should snap across from it, shouldn't it? Why is this not working? Should be doing this, shouldn't it? And you know what, let's get one snap there, then it should work. As long as I just have a general line in order to know exactly where this is going to be coming out from. Okay, so there we go. That is connected in. This is connected in. That should be circuit boards being produced. We'll add a container for it in just a moment. We got quite a bit of space there to load on up there. Might need a little bit more steel beams though. Come on, autosave, you keep coming in the wrong spot here. Okay, good. So this is running now. In order to get the next production done, we need a manufacturer. See if we can get this directly in line with one of the machines here, or the exit point. Can I move you over? Yes, I can. Okay, perfect. I don't even think this needs to be upgraded to a higher belt. We're going to be producing 30 a minute. And that 30 a minute is going to require 60 copper sheets and 120 plastic. So we're still left with quite a bit coming over. And that is where we're gonna start doing the production for the computer as well. So in order to select the recipe, high-speed connectors, we need 210 quick wire. We're getting 360. Then we got 10 cable a minute, that's actually 37. And then 3.75 from the 30 circuit boards that we are producing. Not too bad at all. We definitely need to add a splitter over this side here. And I think I'm going to be making it a smart splitter. You know what, let me move it a little bit closer. I know I'm going to be making things maybe a little bit more compact than what it needs to be. But this needs to be the overflow. Where do I want my container to be? Because I need to be able to access this really easy and not have too much problems with it. Let's see if this is going to work. Is that going to be in line though? Oh, that is perfect. What luck. Okay, good. So that is going to be our circuit boards being stored up and being sent into this production here. That is going to be high-speed connectors. So for the moment, we don't really have much use for it. And why? Okay, I need to get some steel beams. I'm definitely going to be needing them. Not too bad. Let me just come and grab a bit. And then we can go and finish everything off. Shouldn't be too bad. Just give me about 2 stacks. I think that should be good. Also need to go and take a look there at the 2 little doggos. Maybe they got something interesting with them. Okay, so 21 already. Oh, things are looking so much better now. But this is definitely going to be the last set of production that I'll be adding towards the hub here. I don't think we'll be sending this away with a drone a bit later on. I don't think so. And then with that being the case, maybe I should just add it over here. You know what, let's bring it back a tiny bit. You know what, even better. Let's turn the container facing this direction. Just because we can have so much open space here. Okay, let's see if that's gonna be correct. Perfect. Alright. Next up, what do we need to add into you? Let's just connect it up this side. Alright. We need cable and we do need quick wire. So since we do have one port over this side here, let's come and take a look if we can add a little wall section. Maybe let's say right there. Hopefully this will be perfect. I know I'm taking the weirdest way of flying. Come on. Okay, so this was loading at 210, right, for quick wire. So that just needs to wrap into there. We'll go and connect the train section. You know what, let's do it. As we're using it, let's get it done. So you need to unload at 210, but I'm gonna go with a Mach 3 straight through. Okay, hopefully that's not gonna be something that people are gonna be bothered with. Just because of the way that I'm selecting the bend over there. Okay, but that should be fine. We got quick wire loading out at 270 instead of the 210. And then now we just need to add cable in here. Goodness, I really need to adjust the time for this autosave. But yeah, unfortunately everything got reset, so it is quite a bit tricky to just get it sorted out. Because I'm not going to stop recording just to go and do that quick. I'll leave it for the time being. Okay, so this is going to be cable at 37, so we can use a Mark 1. I don't know why everything is so laggy at some spaces within this factory. It's interesting though. Okay, so copper sheets is running perfect. Where did that connection come through? Okay, so it was a bit nearer than what I thought it was going to be. Let's add a conveyor belt Mark 1. Okay, this is going to be the tricky section. I need to make sure that it is straight though. And it shouldn't be too close to the side here. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Let me just get my lights on. Okay, so with that then in place, let's come and see if we can get a line for the splitter. No, I can't. So I'm just gonna have to eyeball the two lines over there. And hopefully that works. I'm not sure exactly how much we're going to be using for our computer production though. So I don't know why that didn't connect to the belt. But if we just replace it, it should be fine as well. Get a conveyor lift Mark 2 for the computer production. Interesting. I'm gonna have to split it out here somewhere. And then wrap this belt further around here in order to get to the computers. Just get outside here real quick again. Just make sure that the high-speed connectors are being produced. Yeah, this is going to be a nice set of production to have now. Also will allow me to get quite a bit more things unlocked in the meantime. So we got 40 over the side. No high-speed connectors yet. But they are starting to being produced at 3.75 a minute. So that is everything that I wanted to do in the to-do list. So over towards the last set of production here. One more manufacturer doing computer production. Just want to lock it in place real quick here. Grab a look. What do I want to do? I think I need to move it over by 1 if I want to get a lift down this side. Just look at that. That works out. Okay, perfect. So we can come and grab whatever left there in the container if we need it. Let's select the computer recipe. That's going to be 2.5 a minute, taking up 10 circuit boards. Oh, we're producing enough. We'll get some stored up eventually. And then cable at 20 per minute so we can make this a Mark 1 belt instead of a Mark 2, and then 40 plastic. So we'll use a Mark 1 for that as well. Let's just see. Go with a Mark 1 for the plastic. It's going to be around the side here because I definitely don't want to be jumping around any belt. So this is just going to look so much better as well then. And that is exactly why we needed that section. Interesting. So what I'm thinking is, do I do this and then add a lift down this way? Just reverse it. What's going to be the height of this? So what happened over there? Is that not correct then? This should be feeding in, shouldn't it? Okay, this is the one that's incorrect. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness, it should be facing this way. Okay. Finally. Oh my goodness, that took me a bit to realize. Okay, so over this way, what can we do? Let's bring it down just that tiny bit. Oh no, that is completely incorrect. Just because I'm trying to rush a bit for time here. Okay, that seems to be nice and flat, and then it just slopes up just that tiny bit over there. This side should be also just sloping up a tiny bit, and not like that at all. Okay, not too bad. we got that thing connected on up. That is going to be plastic. We got circuit boards. Now we just need to connect some cable. That is going to be the only thing we need. Oh, thank goodness for this. I think let's split this connection out this side. Then remove the middle one. I think that should turn everything on. Okay, good. We're loading on up. Man, it's nice when things start to come together. And this is really compact. So we're saving up quite a bit of space. We can add a container underneath here in order to just come and collect the computers we get. So what is this clipping with? Most likely the belt. Interesting. So with that then, I think let's turn the container facing towards the side here. Then what we can do is just go under logistics, get a conveyor lift hole over this way. Just feed it into the machine. And that is where the cable is going to be coming in. So let's go and grab a quick little look here underneath where it's coming out from. Just get it connected and we should be good. I know this episode is probably going to be hella long. Oh my goodness, completely missed it. Right, so where is the other connection then? Is it running in somewhere? Oh, look at that, coming from within the biomass burners room. Okay, this is gonna make it a bit trickier. Let's get the conveyor wall hole over here. And what I think we can do is close that one off. We need to see inside here. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so tricky. I do apologize for it. So then, I can't reverse it. It has to go this way. But now, to get the belt straight in there, I think I'm just going to do that. I'm not going to be able to see this at all. Oh my goodness. Whew, I don't like jumping through the buildings like that, but it is sometimes the only way you can do it. So now then, let's split it as close as possible. Okay, so now I need to bring you over this way. Man alive, I'm so sorry for working in this cramped area, but it is done. We got our wire splitting out at 60 and going up at, I think it should be 60 as well. Well, it should be going up at 120. Let's come and grab a look. I think that's going to be a Mark 1, right? Goodness, you can't see anything. Let's just come inside here. Yeah, that's a Mark 1. It needs to be a Mark 2. Alright. Nonetheless, I think that should be done. That is going to be computer production. If we just go back on top there, we can make it out of this factory. Oh my goodness. That took a while. Yeah, that was quite a bit of production over here. Let's come and grab a look. Do we have any computers yet? No, we don't. But I do see a green light over here. Finally, there we go. We just need to connect up the container. That's why we won't have anything in there. Now this is going to be the tricky part. I have to judge this correctly. Or it might be a slight problem snapping into here. Grab a look. That seems to be perfect. I don't see any issue with it. And there comes our computers. Oh boy, this is good. Finally, no more need to go and manually craft them up. The only other thing is we do need to get the train to run, don't we? Just jumping all over everything today. Oh my goodness, there we go. Turn on self-driving. This entire factory should now be fully automated. That is just perfect. Absolutely everything running. High-speed connectors, circuit boards. Are we storing anything up? Not really, because I think it's being fed into the machine here. So it's going to be interesting to see if it does actually run at 100% efficiency, because I haven't really tested this out. It's just some production that I decided to slap together because I need it in order to create this adaptive control unit, and I don't want to be running around too far in order to keep getting the unlock for the hub completed, because I'm not exactly sure what phase 4 is going to hold in for us, so we'll definitely be taking a look at it. Seems to be running at 100%. Now we do need, I think it's going to be 2 more computers in order to get this unlock done. Yeah, we need a total of 6. So let's quickly come and grab a look here and just get it fed into the hub, unlock the last part of tier 4. And then in the next episode, we're definitely going to be looking at getting much better production done. I need to build factories away from the hub now. And then just at the end of the day, just transport it over this way. So that is tier 6. 1 and all completed. Finally done with it. Now we just need to make, I think that's going to be the modular engines at 500 and then adaptive control units at 100. So I'll start working on that off camera. I've got the manufacturer down there. And then we'll just get down to it again. So I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you then in the next one. Alpha Blazed out.